Good morning, all. Lovely Saturday morning again. Let's take a look at the average. 12 crosses submitted by all of us, and I have to say it's a much bigger spread than I was expecting this morning. If I draw some lines from this player over here, just random lines, just to show how wide the spread it is. I'm quite surprised at this. I didn't think it would be that. I didn't think it'd be that spread out. I've got to be honest. Look at that. Perhaps I should have gone the other eye. I thought it would have been more in the middle there, although I guess the average will be. See, when I look at these, when I add somebody else's crosses on there, usually they can be nowhere near mine. And I always think, well, what have I missed? Why do they think it's there? What am I not seeing that they are seeing? Because if I see where mine is, the one I put on there on Tuesday, I'm over there, so I'm going to be to the right of the average, possibly a little bit higher than the average, but I might well leave mine there because, well, you know what it's like. I'm afraid to move it. I've seen so many horror stories of people saying, if I'd left it alone in the first place, I'd have been spot on. So that's where I first went. But yeah, I'm very surprised. I don't think it can be as far to the right as somebody's gone there, and I don't think it can be as far as close as far to the left then, and as close to this player as those two. But that's fine because I think the average will make sense. So let's have a look at the average. Although I don't think the thing will work, so I may have to put an extra cross in and put some lines through it. Let's give it a try. No, it didn't. It put the average up in a corner, but the average is 1832.1078. So there we are. What I've done there is I've drawn some white lines right through where the average would have been. So it's like a giant cross then. So the average is. See, now to me the average makes sense now, because if I draw some more lines there, let me just change the colour. I'll draw some lines from the players then up through where that average is, more or less. Now it starts to make a bit more sense to me. Yeah, see, I'm on board with that average there. So that sort of works out okay there. Let me put the. Let me see if the. What's it called? The target will work. No, target's not working. But if we look at that big cross in the middle, are they? Where's mine in relation to that? I'm waffling a bit today, guys. Got loads to do. See, I'm further to the right of the average than that, only because I quite like the average, but I'm looking at this and I'm thinking the judges are and I say this every week, it's irrelevant where I think it is, where do I think the judges are going to go, and I'm tending to think that the judges are going to go on the high side this week. That's my opinion. That's why I'm going where I'm going. So that's why I'm sticking to where I am there, because I think they're going to see this fella is looking higher than he actually is. And somebody pointed out, I think it was Ben, that this guy's looking almost horizontal. Well, his angle, there's an angle to his head, so his face, but then his head is tilted to one side, so he is going to be looking up a bit. But when you look at it without zooming in, he looks as though he's looking a lot higher than he actually is. And I think that's what the judges are going to look at. So I do think the average there is very reasonable. But I'm going to stick to where I put mine over there. Right, let's have a look at Revcomps then quickly. Now we covered these on Tuesday. I think I got one on this Suzuki Swift Sport, one on this Mini Moke, and now I remember the Mini Mokes. There's 20 grand cash alternative, so I'm going for that, and one for the camper, and that's got 3 grand with it. Wasn't really interested in anything else. So the next ones they put up there for, what day is it, Monday. I've just gone for one on this Aston Martin because it's 120 grand cash alternative. I toyed with the idea of this Range Rover and Caravan because I wouldn't mind a Range Rover and a Caravan. And that's with 15k as well. I think what put me off was, and perhaps it shouldn't have, if there's 15k with it, But these things are like £600 a year road tax, ridiculously heavy on fuel, and how often would I actually use a caravan? So I changed my mind on that one. The other thing I was going to go for was the Golf Mark 8R estate, the Golf R. But then I bailed out of that as well because, like somebody just pointed out in the comments, I thought he was only going for the big cash value ones. And yes, I did say that. However, I did slip a bit on the auto draws because I get tempted into these because they're cheaper. They're cheaper tickets. And it's this psychological effect it has on my tiny brain. So I got one on this Yaris hybrid today because that'd be a lovely little runabout. The draws today. One on this Audi Q3. That's another one's drawn today. Golf GT. It's not the GTI, it's the GT. So it's a 1500, not the 2 litre. And I bought 3 on this Renault Scenic. Now, usually only buy one just to be in it, on the basis that only one ticket, you need to win it. But I like the look of this. So, and it's a 1500 diesel. And according to Parker's, it does about 72 to the gallon. I thought, yeah, that'd be all right. And I didn't go for this Volvo. Too big. Don't need a car that big. So that's it from me this weekend, guys. I got loads to do. I still haven't got everything out of my my old place yet, so I got to spend the next 2 days taking out loads of crap and getting up to the tip. So I'm not looking forward to it, but it's got to be done. Otherwise, I'll just be paying more for it, won't I? So there we are, guys. Enjoy your weekend, and good luck for next Tuesday.